How many moves was the longest known chess game in history? Was it 101, 231, 269, or 382? If there's one thing that I love in this world more than chess and making you laugh, it is trivia. Oh, well, besides baseball and tiramisu and 80s movie quotes, trivia is a very close fourth place. We'll just put it that way. And today, we're going to do the first ever ChessKid trivia match. Here's how it's going to work. I'm going to play one of the bots on ChessKid under my alt account, Funny Master Mike. It's when I'm feeling especially funny. And every 5 moves, I'm going to ask myself a trivia question from an article recently written online. And if I get it wrong, I have to sacrifice some sort of chess piece on the very next move. Okay? So that's the rules. If I get it right, I get to continue playing as normal. And today we're going to play a human being. In fact, you know what we're going to do? We're going to play backward hat. We're going to play 8-year-old Fun Master Mike. So it's Fun Master Mike against Funny Master Mike. I believe I have gotten funnier over the years. Yes, we're going to play this game. And here we go. We are off and running on move number 1. I'm going to click play. Oh, order of operations. I'm happy we're playing again, too. This is like that Nicolas Cage movie, Face Off. No, wait. It's something like that. Okay. Was that an 80s movie? I think that was a 90s movie. Okay. Knight F3. I'm definitely facing off. Good. We have the move numbers on the right, so I can keep track when I get to move number 5. Okay. Let's play the 4 knights opening. Okay. Not a very common system. In fact, against G6, I think I can play this D4 move. And there's this funny line where you take, and my knight goes here, and my bishop goes here, and very bad things happen to you in the dark squares. Well, before we get to that, let's just go ahead and play D4 and see what you do. Okay, you took with the knight, and now it's move number 5. So I tell you what, we will ask ourselves, we will ask me, I will ask myself, I'm playing myself, I'll ask myself the trivia question before move number 5, okay? How many squares does a chessboard have? Now, these are multiple choice. I'm not going to show you the multiple choice because this is a pretty easy one to start the day. Okay, we know the answer is 64. I know that's right. I'm not even looking up the answer. I'm going to continue on. My reward is that I don't have to sacrifice a piece. I don't have to play some crazy move like bishop to h6 and give away a piece. Instead, I'm just going to play knight takes pawn because that chops out the defender of your knight. I am trying to trick you, 8-year-old. If I could go back in time, what would I tell 8-year-old Fun Master Mike? Okay, now, 8-year-old Fun Master apparently does not care about the safety of his knights. Okay, let's keep going. I'm going to attack those dark squares. Ooh, I don't like this for 8-year-old Fun Master. This knight is in a terrible pin. And I'm going to put Mondo PP on the PP. I'm going to play knight to G4 and triple attack this poor knight. Yeah, the one that I'm putting a flashlight on right now. Knight to G4. Danger, Will Robinson. Oh, no! You sacrificed your queen. Oh, man. You really did like your queen. Okay. Now, your next move is move number 9. So we're at move number 10. Second trivia question. Who were the opponents in the famous Evergreen game? Okay. Now, there's actually some multiple choice on the screen, so you're not seeing what I'm seeing. But, okay, one of the answers is Morphy Staunton. I'm almost positive that's not right. Steinitz Lasker? Wait a minute. Capablanca Alekhine or Adolf Anderson versus Jean Dufresne. Anderson was pretty old and played a lot of those games. I'm going to guess Anderson versus Dufresne. Let's scroll down and see if I'm right. Answers hopefully are at the bottom of this article. Woo! I was right. Okay. Evergreen game. Not going to show it to you. Gotta trust me. I got that one right. I don't have to sacrifice a piece. I will take this rook instead. What? Oh. Okay, I'm up a lot of material. I'll take that knight as well. And things are going excellent. Okay, we're at move number 12. What if I just develop my rook? Yeah. No problems there. What if I sacrifice to get my knight into an awesome position? Knight takes. My knight is going to the c7 square. Okay, we're at move 15. We move on to trivia question number 3. How many moves was the longest known chess game in history? Was it 101, 231, 269, or 382? Now, I can tell you on good authority that I believe most of the longest games in chess history ended with rook and bishop trying to checkmate rook, which is technically a draw, but not that easy to defend if you're this side with just the rook. I think Nikolic was involved in this game. I think it's 269, but Could somebody have passed it and gotten to 382? Okay, 269 sounds right, but I'm going to say, just to have fun, 382 would be the answer. I'm going to scroll down in this article. I'm going to see if I'm right. It is. Woo! It is 269. Again, it was Ivan Nikolic versus Goran Arcevic in Belgrade, 1989. It was a 20-hour game. Well, I can tell you that Belgrade is in Serbia, and I can tell you the best place to eat breakfast in Belgrade, but that's not going to help me because, as per rule, I have to sacrifice a piece here. That is the rule. What can I sacrifice? I could play rook takes. There's no guarantee you'll actually take my rook. But if I play queen takes bishop, you absolutely have to take my queen. So this is a way to force the sacrifice. There we go. I got the trivia question wrong. I think I can get out of this. Yeah, well, 8-year-old fun master, you had one legal move. So I gave you my queen. Congratulations. Now I get to go back to playing regular chess. Rook takes pawn. And I hope I won't get a question as hard as that one. Okay, your bishop took. Let me get my other rook in the game. See what happens. Okay, your rook moved over. I'm going to take your bishop. Okay, you're probably going to take my knight, I assume. No, not going to take my knight. Okay, I'm going to save my knight. I'm going to guard my knight. Move number 19. You know what that means. Trivia question number 4 is coming up. Who won the famous Hastings 1895 chess tournament? Okay, we have officially met my match here. Hastings 1895. Okay, let me think. Steinitz was world champion, I believe. I don't think it was Lasker. Could it be somebody random like Pillsbury? Okay, I'm going to guess Lasker, but I don't know. Okay, I'm going to scroll down and see if I got this right. Whoa, it was Pillsbury. But I didn't get that right. I simply said his name as a possible, but I guessed Lasker. So I'm kind of happy that I named the winner, but I didn't name the winner. So I've got to give away another piece. Here we go. Rook takes pawn, giving away my rook. And I assume you're going to take my rook. He did take my rook. Okay. All right. So let's keep playing more chess. Let's give a check. Let's hope I don't have to answer another trivia question, because if I do, well, I found a website that's gotten a lot harder. Okay, I gotta be careful here. This is an instructional moment, ChessKid. Instructional moment alert! If I play rook to f7 check, and the king moves to e6, then my knight's in danger. And if I move my knight, I lose my rook. So not every check is a good one. By the way, I like what 8-year-old Fun Master just said. He just said something like, I've been playing chess 37.5% of my life, which is the fraction 3/8. I happen to know that. And there's actually a funny story where I was sitting in the back seat of my parents' car growing up, and I asked them something to the effect of, how many days had I been alive when I turned 6? And my parents said, I don't know. And then I got quiet for a long time. And according to my parents' story, I actually figured out the answer in my head. I don't actually know if I got it right, but as they say, when fact becomes legend, print the legend. Oh yes, that's another famous movie quote. I think maybe from the 50s. Though. Okay, where are we? We're moved to 24, which means it is time for yet another trivia question. I'm going to move on. Who is considered the strongest chess player never to have won the world championship? And this is pre-1950, which probably excludes my favorite player, David Bronstein, because he competed for a world championship, but I believe he competed in the 50s. Now, he was probably playing chess prior to 1950, but I don't think it's David Bronstein. Okay, let's think. Strongest chess player never to have won the world championship. I should probably know this. Pillsbury would have been too early. I think it's got to be a player who probably played in like the 30s or the 40s. Let's see. Tartakower, Bogolyubov. Who was around back then? Max Oive did win the world championship, so we can't pick him. Gosh, I really do not know this one. Okay, I got burned before by not saying Pillsbury, so guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to say Karl Janisch. No, I'm going to say Pillsbury. Okay, all right, let's go down. Akiba Rubinstein. He actually qualified to play a world championship match against the world champion Emanuel Lasker in 1914, but the match was canceled due to the outbreak of war. Okay, guess what? I have to sacrifice another piece. Take my rook, please. If you don't take my rook, I guess it doesn't count as a sacrifice, but you did. Okay, now I'm still probably better. I have a knight, and I have 3 extra pawns in exchange for the rook, but my pawns are not exactly going places right now, and I've got to be really careful that this rook can start taking all my pawns, okay? Now we have to do some calculation. If I play pawn here to save my pawn, and you move your rook over, I'm flummoxed, which means I'm completely confused how I'm going to save this pawn. I can play knight here, and then if your rook moves over, I can play knight here, or even knight here to block your rook. So, gotta do a little calculation, chess kids, because 8-year-old Funmaster would love to beat grown-up Funmaster. Okay, what do I do? Let's go ahead and put the knight there anyway. Okay, check a Ruski. I'm going to move my king here just to get out of the check. Okay, I'm going to save my pawn. Yes, because if you play rook c4, I can play pawn to b3 and everything is safe. So pawn c3 is okay. Your king went back, and now guess what? Yeah, there we go, 37.5% of my life. Okay, now it's number 30, move 30, which means yet another question is coming up. All right, here we go. What was Emanuel Lasker's profession outside of chess? Okay, I think I know this one. I think he was a lawyer. I think Emanuel Lasker was a lawyer. I don't know for sure, but that's my official guess. Final answer? Yes, final answer. Wait a minute. I'm looking up his Wikipedia page. He was a German chess player, mathematician, and philosopher, and he also played a lot of bridge. Nowhere in here do I see lawyer. Just to make sure, I'm gonna do a search. No. He once played a match sponsored by a lawyer. Oh no, this is terrible. I have to give away another piece. All right, I'm going to give away a pawn, and then that still counts as a sacrifice. If I lose my knight, I could be in big trouble. So I'm going to give away my pawn. Oh. And it did get captured. And now I'm going to play b3, and I'm going to hope for the best. Okay, now I'm starting to lose pawns. Oh no! If I play king there, yes, I can actually not lose my b pawn. Okay, let's play pawn here to save that pawn. And let's play pawn here to save that pawn. I am running really, really low on pieces. And sadly, my trivia skills are letting me down. These trivia questions went from really, really easy to almost impossible. Time for another chess trivia question, because we're on move 35. What legendary chess player was known as the, quote, chess machine for his flawless play? Now, most of these questions deal with older players. I believe that Capablanca was a very highly accurate player, especially for his time. So I'm going to guess Capablanca. All right, we're going to Google it, and boom! Yes! Everything in the search results page says that it was Capablanca. I finally got a question right. Okay, I get to keep all my pieces. I get to keep advancing my pawns. Luckily got that one right. Okay, so your rook went back to c6. I'm going to go ahead. I'm gonna move my king here and try to win your pawn. I was gonna play h5, but I need all the pawns I can get because I have to keep making sacrifices. Then I need to make sure that I retain as many pawns as possible. Okay, there's move 37. Okay, I'm gonna save my pawn and get a check on move 39. And now it's move 40. Here we go. It says, what year did Alexander Alekhine die, leaving the World Chess Championship title vacant? Okay, so he was, I believe, the only reigning world champion to pass away while having the title. I might be off by a year or two, so I'm going to give myself like a 1 or 2 year grace period on this, but I believe it was 1948. They had to have a really special tournament to decide who would take his place. I'm going to guess 1948, and that is my final answer. Final answer. Ooh, 1946, but you know what? That's within 2 years. I'm giving myself that grace period. In fact, you know what? I believe the tournament that took place to decide who got his title might have been in 1948. Yes, I was right. So it took 2 years for them to organize a tournament to decide who would take his place. Instead of it being a match, in case you're wondering, who played in that tournament? Well, it looks like actually quite a lot of people. Mikhail Botvinnik, Vasily Smyslov, Paul Keres, Samuel Reshevsky, Max Oive, a lot of people. And Botvinnik won. Botvinnik became the world champion. Okay, so there we go. We're expanding our brain today. A lot of chess history in this one. Okay, so that means I'm giving myself the grace period, okay, of the 2 years, so I don't have to sacrifice a piece. Let's play h6. Let's move our king here and see what happens. Stop checking me. You're going to make me answer more trivia questions. Okay, let's push the pawn here. We are so close to getting a queen.
Hello.
If I play king here, I guess you might check me. You know what? Let's get our knight back in the game. I think our knight might be useful here. And it's move 44, so I can make whatever move I want. I can give a check. And your king is moving where? Where? Okay, now I want to play king here, but guess what? I do have to answer another trivia question because it is a multiple of the number 5. Which chess player is credited with pioneering the King's Indian defense? I mean, certainly Garry Kasparov made it super popular in the 1990s. But again, I think they're asking about older players. And Bronstein, I believe, did play the King's Indian. But I don't know if he's famous enough to make this list. Who would it be? Which chess player is credited with pioneering the King's Indian defense? It's an opening I play. So you would definitely think that I would know it. Okay, I guess I'm going to guess Bronstein. Okay, I'm going to guess Bronstein. David Bronstein. I'm going to Google it. It was Bronstein. Oh my goodness. I think I was right. Okay, I'm going to give myself credit because literally the number one answer, there could be several people that are credited, but I think we're going right. I think I'm going to say I'm correct on that one. Okay, let's move my king here. And please let me promote my pawn. I'm running out of the ability to answer questions. Okay, I got a queen. I'm close to winning. Hopefully I don't have to do any more trivia. I need to make sure, now if my queen gets here, like if my queen could jump from here to here, that's checkmate. So that would be good. That'd be nice, right? My goal is to checkmate without answering another trivia question. Because if I have to sacrifice my queen, we could be here until I'm world champion, which means we'll be here forever. Okay, let's play queen here. And you know what? I've got a little idea. I'm threatening checkmate. We already mentioned that. If your king moves down the board to e5, I will check you here, forcing you back to e6, then checkmate you. So really, I don't even know what you do in this position. I think I have found my way around answering another trivia question. Yeah. I think it's David Bronstein for the win. Queen to d8. It's not quite mate yet. What are you going to do? Because your king did move, and now I actually get to show you what I was thinking of. I get to check you, forcing your king back from whence he came. Hey! King to e6, and now I'm not going to take your rook. I'm going to play this move, queen up to d6. A very interesting hook mate. And guess what? It's move 49. It's not move 50, so I do not have to ask myself and probably fail another trivia. Here we go. The end of chess trivia. Queen to d6. I just made 8-year-old Fun Master sad. Okay, but don't be sad, Fun Master. What you don't know is that you have a very long and somewhat lucrative life as a YouTube creator ahead of you. You had no way of knowing that. What's YouTube? Well, I guess we didn't know in the 1980s. You're just going to have to trust me. I've seen the future, 8-year-old Fun Master, and you have a lot of 80s movie quotes and a lot of chess fun ahead of you. You will educate the world. Don't be sad. I hope you enjoyed chess trivia and, well, having some fun, learning a little bit about the history of chess, and seeing Fun Master Mike be a little goofy.